Viewer discretion is advised.
Talking Gotham, 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 talking Gotham.
Hello everyone, my name is Ryan Campbell. Welcome to episode 11 of Talking Gotham. This is the show where we recap the TV show Gotham. And if you saw the edited or the live version of the watch party of the season 2 premiere, I think we all were kind of, like, Collins liked it, but Matt and I were kind of about it. We gave it 7s. I must apologize.
I probably give all of these episodes like a 5 out of 10, all 3 of them.
Well,
Matt's
sarcasm aside, I was not familiar with this show's game because it might as well have been like, the premiere was a little mum, huh? Okay, how's about the maniacs shooting up a police station, the death of the sorta kinda Joker, and Michael Chiklis showing up? Like, okay, you have my attention.
Perhaps I treated you too harshly.
We're going to get into all of that and more, but first, from 3D Movie Cinema, it is Jacob Collins, really emphasizing the 3D with this one. How are you?
I am doing fantastic. Oh my god, these episodes are amazing. I literally was like, look, I'm gonna tell you now. When I first bought the Blu-ray for season 2 back in 2015, I think it was, 15 or 16. I think it was 16. I remember season 2 on Blu-ray. I remember just watching this. I went straight to Knock Knock and watched it. I was like, because I thought that is so good. I remember watching Knock Knock and I watched The Last Laugh. Those are 2 episodes I really wanted to watch because I thought they were so good. And I just went to, because I mean, those were just hot. Like, these are so good. And, you know, and I think Knock Knock just literally, because it's like they go to the police station and just go like, and all of a sudden you see Jerome like,
Let me be clear on that Knock Knock title. It's not Keanu Reeves' Knock Knock movie from
it's
Eli
not that
Roth.
shitty Eli Roth movie.
It's not that shitty Eli Roth version.
Yeah, which,
But
by the
Matt
way,
White-
he ripped that off, right? From a Spanish movie.
No, I did not know
Yeah,
that.
he ripped that off, and so that's what I think he got sued for that. I could be wrong. I don't think he got sued, but I know he was admitted. Like people like saying, "Oh yeah, he ripped it off." He's like a fan of this like Spanish film. That it's like a shot for shot.
All right, well, Matt Wyatt, how are you?
Doing good. I'm really surprised that those 3 episodes were really surprisingly good. It's really getting that season 1 bad taste out of my mouth.
Well, I said these episodes worth it. Like I would say, if they would just kept them.
But I will say with Barbara, fuck Barbara, because she's like the Walmart version of Catwoman and Harley Quinn combined.
It's like
Oh.
I was wondering what you would think. By the way, I was gonna watch this, going, I wonder what Matt
It's
thinks
like,
about
yeah,
Barbara now.
I was like, Barbara, you're still around.
You're still here?
I mean, I loved all 3 of these episodes. If I had to rank them, it'd probably be like 1A, 1B, 1C. I loved them all for different reasons. I have a weakest one. We'll get to that. But man, like Cameron Monaghan, I don't think nearly gets talked about enough for what he does, because he just he brought it. Like, considering that this show came out in 2014, about a decade
15. Actually, it was 15.
15 is when
So-
season 2 is.
10 years ago.
less we're just about removed from Heath Ledger's Joker. Like, I'm sure that must, and I know Collins has clued me in without spoiling it for me. He's not the actual Joker, so I'm well aware of what I'm talking about here. He's not the actual Joker, but in the context of what we've watched so far, he's the Joker, like, as close as we're getting to right now.
It will probably make you roll your eyes because I already know who it is. And Collins and I talked it off camera when you were not around, and we're like, yeah, I know exactly who that is. And I was like, really? Seriously?
But I will say their portrayal is so good, though. Their portrayal.
I will admit, I did not like his portrayal when we first met him in the last season, but I thought that this was a lot more improvement of his performance, I will say.
The showrunners called him was Proto Joker. Like they said, Jerome is Proto Joker before you get to meet the real Joker.
I think that Cameron Monaghan is just so good that, like, even if it's kind of like, if we're not counting him as a Joker actor, then we might as well not count Tom Welling as a Superman, because he doesn't wear the suit until like the last frame of the last episode. he's a Joker actor, and I'm sick of people pretending that he's not.
We were literally at that
Washington.
time when this episode was airing for the season 2. This was around the year before the David Ayer Suicide Squad with Jared Leto's Joker.
And you know,
And
so
he
funny.
does laps, like freaking laps around Jared Leto's Joker. Like he's
Mark
like
Hamill.
But to be fair, the studio did him dirty. They did him dirty in those movies.
Yes, I'm more than aware of that. But number one, it's Jared Leto. Like number
They really
two,
didn't really. But to be fair, they didn't really do much with him in that movie.
like that
Hamill
awkward
has
moment
said-
when he's more of a Joker in the music video for Purple Lamborghini by Rick
I listened
Ross.
to that not too long ago. It's just literally, this is like literally one scene that happens in the music video. Jared Leto goes up to these people and goes, and then literally goes up to Rick Ross, and Rick Ross is like, "You fucking touch me, I'll knock your ass out." So Jared Leto just goes like this and pats him on the shoulder, and then walks away.
The only time they actually did Joker justice for Jared Leto was the Snyder Cut. It was the slight like taste that we could have gotten a long time ago.
I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy though. By the way, it's just
The purple. Speaking of the purple Lamborghini for Suicide Squad, even when they were showing those set photos, I literally thought they were gonna pop up a song like "What is love, baby? Don't hurt me, don't
It's not
hurt
even
me."
purple, is it? It's pink. Isn't it a pink?
No, it's purple. No, it was
No,
a purple
it's
Lamborghini.
specifically purple. Yes.
Which, by the way, that was so stupid that they didn't put that song in when Batman.
That would have been funny if they did. If they did play that song, I'd laugh.
Instead, it's at a strip club scene where Harley's on a stripper pole.
Yeah, that's
Which
true.
I'm like, that's so comic accurate. Harley's a stripper in that scene for some reason. I'm just like,
Yeah, but
that
like,
Do you remember that?
Leto-
Do you remember that visual dance sequences when they were showing the montage of who Harley Quinn is? They're doing a dance and they look like they're done from come straight out of the comic book.
yeah, man.
The comic book
the,
accurate costumes.
the Death in the Family cover.
Yes,
That-
that's the
Is
one.
it Death? And I thought it was Mad. No, that's not Mad Love.
It had to be. No, it was Death in the Family.
It's definitely Death in the Family. But like Leto's out there like, are you sweet talking me? All that chit chat's gonna get you hurt. Oh my goodness! And like poor Ike Barinholtz. has to,
Dude, they
like,
had a
look.
lot more scenes that were cut out of the cutting room floor
Yeah.
that they decided to,
I'm
for whatever
aware.
the reason.
I
And
think
David
one
Ayer
of
had his
the-
way. He even said it a while ago during the time when that film came out. He said if he had his way, Jared Leto's Joker would have been the main villain of the movie.
Yeah, and if ifs and buts were candy and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas. But the result that we got was
Such a hater. Such a like wow, a lot of hatred
Yeah.
with this.
But let's get into
Let's get into a good Joker, actually.
Yes, and before we begin, if you like the video, leave a like and subscribe. That would be greatly appreciated. And with that out of the way, let us get into it. This is Season 2, Episode 2, called Knock Knock, Open Up the Door, It's Real. Matt?
Well, the knock knock is not the shitty Eli Ross knock knock from Keanu Reeves, but yeah, we'll get into this. So this episode aired on September 28th, 2015. It was directed by Rob Bailey. Bruce fires Alfred when the latter interferes with his exploring his father's computer, but changes his mind when Alfred agrees to physically train him so he can confront his parents' killer. Galvan kidnaps the mayor and his group of maniacs, which, so unoriginal for that one, begins a public murder spree for the sake of publicity. The maniacs attack GCPD and kill several police officers, including Essen. Nigma is wounded, saving Miss Kringle during the massacre. Following this, Bullock rejoins the force to stop the maniacs. So yeah, that's the synopsis of this episode. Yeah, this surprisingly was much more darker and edgier than I expected it to be. I mean, the one of my favorite scenes that really stood out to me was the Russian roulette, where Joker was just showing who's the real boss. He's literally like taking a lot of chances by taking a lot of hits, did not care. Holy shit. I feel like he counted and knew exactly where how many bullets were in that gun before he passes on to the next person.
That's my favorite scene of this show so far, where it's like him and the other dude is like, I'm the leader. No, I'm the leader. And it's like,
He's like, you're maybe the leader of my.
Yeah, because the other guy killed like many women, and then this Joker-ish only killed his mom.
He ate like a dozen women, and he's like, cannibal, how original. I'm like, sir.
Dude, the
how
Maniacs
deep is
was
the
so
criminal-
And
unoriginal.
then he's gonna pull out a chainsaw. He goes, "I will raise your chainsaw with my." And then he goes, "Gentlemen, there's only one way to
He was
go."
pulling out that whole Chinese fucking samurai. No, I think it was like Japanese samurai thing.
Japanese.
Like, what the fuck? I don't know if that actually would fly like that today. The way he was impersonating them.
Which I mean,
then-
they're crazy. That's the point. He's crazy.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, you're
He's
right.
not doing it like he's not like just sitting. At
No,
an
I
office
know
doing
that,
it.
but the way they did that, I was like, okay, that was a little off-putting for me.
But I think what was great was when Theo puts the gun. He says, "Whoever," or he said, "the bullet doesn't go off gets to do it." And he goes, and then all of a sudden Jerome just goes, and then he goes, and then what you can tell Theo Galvin, just I like how he just goes over. He's like, yeah, like he's just watching because he's like, because he wants to take all the maniacs off the leaderboard. So he's just like doing it, but he's doing it like he's like, oh, they'll get killed themselves. And so he's like, if one kills himself, then I'll let the other person take over. But then Jerome, he's like, I'm the boss.
I found it so funny that Galvan was able to kidnap that piece of shit mayor in that episode, keeping in the fucking like vault around that box locked in and toying with them.
I like how he's threatening the mayor with spider. He goes, if you do not write this letter, I will go and get a spider and I will put them in the box
Spider?
with you. And then
And also Gallivan and Gallivan's sister and Barbara were doing a little team up there and whipping and toying with the mayor. God, it just felt so much like Catwoman, Walmart Catwoman, and fucking Harley Quinn combined. Like what the hell are we really?
By the way, the opening of Saw 4 called it wants its opening back.
Come to think of it, you're definitely correct on that one.
Which I will say, Theo Gallivan, I really like him in this. He's really good. He's been on screen for like 2 episodes, and he's already better than Fish Moon.
Oh, I completely agree with you. I mean, at least he's more like he's adding more gravitas and not too campy and not overacted like Jada Pinkett Smith did in the last season.
I am Fish Moon. I'm just like, instead he's just like this. He's like, yeah, sorry. Like he's like almost like Agent Smith in a way.
Dude, I remember he was in True Blood, the HBO series, and I was like, dude, this dude is a really damn good actor.
He's trying to play both sides. He's trying to start the crime and then solve the crime at the same time. I'm like, this is not going to end well for you.
The maniacs are patsies.
But also, he's trying to get like revive his family's legacy, and also destroying people that destroyed his legacy of his own family. Yeah. And he's fucking exploiting these maniacs from Asylum, called the Maniacs, even though it's fucking unoriginal title, but whatever. But he's just using them so that he can earn the trust of Gotham, and he wants to become the mayor.
Didn't you like though whenever they're pushing off the building and they're like, they push him off, and he goes,
yeah, the guy was in the build. The guy was, and you see out the window in the background falling from dropping dead body counts on the free falling. Like what the fuck?
Like, people, I need headlines. Someone give me headlines. I'm like, sir, it's literally raining men outside. Like
literally, I mean, they should have they literally should have cued that song. It's raining man.
By the way, the funniest part to me was whenever he goes, we have one more left, and then he goes, and then he gets a spray and writes like a little exclamation mark, and then Bush is like, all right, you can throw him.
I mean, the title of the Maniacs couldn't look like it could have been a YouTube channel that couldn't come up with any lame ass name that they can think of. The Maniacs.
What do you think when it took the bus? They were like, they were like looking like, oh, there's a bus. And then they said, they said, you should feel lucky. We were going to choose you or a bus full of senior citizens on their way to bingo. We chose you though. So he said, I'm just like, oh, wow. He knows where the headlines are too. I was like, Jerome knows, like, no one's going to give a shit about a bunch of old people, but a bunch of young high school cheerleaders. Chaos.
I literally thought. Did you really thought they were going to actually that they're actually going to get fucking roasted on the bus?
I was like, "There's no way they're going that."
I don't know. This is not an HBO. I mean, that would have been ballsy if they actually did it on a network show.
Yeah, we just shot up a police station. We're not going to burn up a school bus full of cheerleaders. We're not.
I mean, it's bad enough that they shot up at the police station.
Yeah, they're like, we're not going that hard, okay? Like,
I kind of find it very funny that Jim Gurren just took over that bus and there was a leaky fucking gas leak and the fire did not follow
it's
it.
Almost like comical.
Are you like how did it not get blown up already?
Do you remember in Die Hard
how bad everyone's lighter was in this episode? Like,
the lighter never fucking worked. There's 2 lighters that didn't even work.
Okay,
and it seems like that fucking idiot didn't know how to work a lighter.
And then all of a sudden, Gordon comes along and breathes, and it's like, I'm like, wow, must be fire.
The fire did not follow him. The trails of fire did not follow the bus.
Also, Gordon saved. I do like that Gordon got in the bus and took off with it. The only thing is, and I also like how the Tabitha, she killed that one maniac that they captured. He goes, "I'll talk," and then all of a sudden he goes, "Boom!" He gets shot in the head, and then like just to cover up their track because they're not ready to reveal their master plan yet.
Coming back to the bus, it almost reminded me of Speed. Like they had to keep it under 50 before it explodes the bus.
I will say this though, I did also like Jerome's shooting when they went to the police station where Barbara lures Jim out and he gets beat up, and then all of a sudden Jerome goes, "We're here to see the commissioner," and then all of a sudden she's like, and then all of a sudden they go, "Boo." I'm like, by the way,
I saw that trap. I saw that trap coming from a mile away. That whole diversion shit, the tactic that they were trying to pull, that Barbara was using. Gordon has his weakness because that's his ex, and I knew that was coming from a mile away. That was a diversion.
I will say this though, that when they honestly, it's the messed up thing about this whole thing was there were cops that were faking dead just so they won't get shot anymore because they were just going out boom double tapping them, and I'm just like that was like when the Riddler just goes and saves Miss Kringle. That's what I love whenever he just goes like this and and I'm like that was so cool, and I thought that was, and everybody's just getting shot. Then Lee's hiding under like one of the dead by just so I'm like. That was intense. I mean, I'm like, I can't believe they got away with that because they're like, that is.
And poor Essen, like Commander Essen, like dies a brutal death, and she goes down swinging, like, and it's like it's a new day, and then she dies. I'm just like, this was on Fox. They allowed this on Fox.
They're like,
to quote from Lex Luthor, didn't imagine it would go so quickly.
I mean, like. And this was a time where like there were school shootings left and right back in.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah,
I'm surprised that they didn't like edit or say like, we can't because we just had a school shooting last Thursday or something, because instead they're like, you know what?
Well, we had way more school shootings like in this decade than they did 10 years ago.
Yeah, like now it's like I will say
it's just much worse, and I don't think they were going to do that now today.
I mean, really, after COVID, I guess COVID took out most of the school shooters. So So, because they said they used to, that was like almost like every week, nowadays it's like rarer, but
now it's like more of Tuesdays.
Which
I don't like, which I hate the idea. Which I hate
what are you trying to say? You're trying to be like,
I'm not trying to say like, oh, that's a normal thing. Like, no, it's been happening now worse than ever, and it's fucking bullshit that now it's happening. It's actually even a fucking school shooting at the Catholic Church. It happened in my state in Minneapolis not so long ago. I was like, oh my fucking God, it's getting worse.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm never coming to visit you.
Yeah, I never come to visit. Don't go to Murderapolis.
All right, you're gonna be on Pierce Morgan for that joke. Okay, so you like making jokes?
No, first of all, the Murderapolis thing. That's not it. That was not a new joke. That's a fucking old joke that nobody likes going to that fucking downtown.
Colorado just is like we're not us anymore.
And first of all, those were not even jokes. I'm just making a statement of what's happening.
Mine's be like, shit, I gotta edit this out.
I gotta edit this out. On that pleasant note, what did you all think of Bruce and Alfred having a breakup for like?
That felt
10
filler
minutes?
to me. That just felt so like a forced plot line because they needed something to do with them because all the good stuff is the maniacs and Gordon.
Yeah.
That just felt like such a okay. Alfred destroys the bad computer, the one that he's been helping.
Didn't it to me felt very forced when he destroys that computer out of the blue? Like really? Yeah. And then they just forced this internal conflict between Alfred and Bruce. Like you're fired, Alfred. And then 20 minutes later he changes his mind. I need you to teach me, Alfred, how to fight. Like what? This is going on. You were kicking him out of the fucking mansion for fucking destroying your father's computer, and you're fired.
The only thing missing was like Bruce handing him an apology card that says like "I sorry" or something like that. Like "I sorry."
Or the quote from Joey from France, "I'm sorry."
It felt like they didn't have a good enough plot for like Bruce and Alfred for this episode. So they're like, all right, let's just throw in the computer getting destroyed.
The plot was kind of boring. It was shoehorned. Let's be honest.
Yeah, Bruce has a better plot in the next episode. But in this one, he just like it was so forced. I was like watching this, going, I don't care. We
just need to add 24 minutes of screen time with Alfred and Bruce, their drama. We just need to add that shit in.
Also, when did Harvey get married? Let alone when did he get with this lady? Because
he didn't get married. No, he's engaged. He's
seriously,
engaged.
this is literally just happens out of the blue. Like,
Yeah, it was like we seen them. They met in the
only
last
one
season,
episode.
not so long ago, and now they're suddenly together, and now they're engaged. Like, where did this come from?
Like, to me, that was just so forced. It felt like they were just something for Harvey to do too. It's like, I'm
I
a
know.
bartender now.
Hey, I'm a bartender now. I'm not coming back to this job. And then at the end of the episode, he comes back. Dude, that was so
He's right
predictable.
Still understand,
Come
but I'm
on.
like, we saw her in the episode. She was not very understanding, bro. But then at least he did say, or maybe not.
He's like, fuck. You're like, other than that, fuck my wife.
Yeah. I will say this, I did like that Alfred and Lucius Fox meeting though for the first time.
Oh, I love that scene.
That was great. I love
And
that.
he
one, too.
tells Lucius, he goes, if you have any ill intent towards my boy, he goes, I'll kill you.
Yeah.
And I believe it. I believe every second of it.
That's when Alfred's not fucking around when it comes to Bruce, because he's the one who's now going to be training him how to fight and how to defend himself. So he's going to be the one training him, which means we already know that his training is going to be from Batman. We already know.
And I like how he goes, you ain't seen nothing yet. Jerome was like at the police station. He kills the camera, like the guy who's like, I eat women. He's like, yeah. And then he's like, he says this line, so he shoots him dead. And then he goes, he stole my line, but don't. And then he says the line himself. And then he takes the camera and he goes, listen here. And he goes, oh, no. He's taking the dead. He goes, you ain't seen nothing yet. And I just love that how you guys.
It feels like he was trying to be like Jack Nicholson meets Heath Ledger and combined. Like he's trying to make a name for himself, really.
I just thought that worked so well. I was like,
yeah,
that worked.
And it almost came straight out of the Arkham style, the Arkham games.
Especially how his hair is like, it's very much like the Hamill version Arkham Asylum,
Yeah.
Arkham City.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this was a perfect episode, with the exception of Bruce's and Alfred's bullshit.
I was like,
if you would have cut them out of the episode, I think it would have been perfect.
It wouldn't have changed anything really.
Yeah. Let's go to scores. Collins, 1 to 10.
I'm gonna give this a 10. I mean, it's really, I'm gonna give this a 10. Yeah, because I feel like even though you got Bruce and Alfred's bullshit, it still makes everything else in this episode.
Hey, if you really liked it that much, just stick to your rating. There's nothing wrong with that.
I'm not gonna be like just.
Don't try to backtrack it because my ratings are different from yours, and don't try to backtrack.
I will be pissed off though if one person on here's rating changes. But yeah, all right, I'm not 10. What about you, Ryan?
No, go to Matt first.
Matt.
Oh, you want me to go first? Okay. Well, this episode sucked dick, and I changed my rating because the more I think about it, the more I hate it. I give it a 3. No, I'm fucking with you, dude. I'm giving this a 9. No, I had to do it. Anyway, I'm giving this a 9 out of 10 because I had to give it a lower the score because I did not like the Bruce drama, and Harvey Bullock was so fucking predictable. Like that was so like out of the blue, and also with him being engaged with this one chick that he only met in the last season was so out of nowhere. It made no sense, really. But other than that, it was really damn good. It was surprisingly good.
I am going to go 10 as well. Yes, the Bruce stuff is not great, but everything around it is so good. It pretty much just trumps anything that, may have, been around it. It's one of the best episodes.
It is one of the best. Let me tell you something. It is so
Let me
good.
tell you something. This is one of the best. We're trying to make this season. We're trying to make the series great again.
Okay, we're
Greatest
making
episode.
The greatest episode in the world.
Yeah, other Gotham shows haven't compete. Okay, look, Nolan even wishes. Nolan's calling us and saying he wishes he had done it like that.
Nolan's a great guy. He's a great director, but I'm better.
I'm better. Listen,
All right,
Nolan wishes he was else. Okay.
Let's move. This teleprompter has been working for the past 20 minutes, but let's go to the next episode.
I bet a lot of these people just enjoy watching us impersonating. they just enjoy this so much.
The president of the United States.
I'm sure there's some that
there's a lot of Trump comedians who are Trump haters who do impersonations.
Let me tell you something, okay? All right. You ain't seen nothing yet, okay?
You ain't seen nothing yet, okay? We're making the greatest show in the world. I mean, Dark Knight was a good movie, but nobody cares about this. People care about this show.
Okay, yeah, no one even cared about the Dark Knight. Dark Knight was a low-rated movie.
Let us move on now to season 2, episode 3, called "The Last Laugh." Matt.
There's this guy, Dad. He thinks I'm gonna be a star. And tonight,
Oh my God.
all of Gotham will see that too. You don't have to do this. No, I'm pretty sure I do. Say hi to Mom for me. Detective Gordon. Nobody here is getting out alive.
Gotham, followed by Minority Report. All new next Monday on Fox.
Which that title of the episode is so foreshadowing. But getting into this episode, this was directed. This episode was directed by Eagle Eggleston, and Gordon and Bullock search for Jerome, but discover Paul, Jerome's father, already murdered. Gallivan reveals that his family built Gotham and is seeking revenge on those who tarnish his family's name. Gallivan attends a charity event that Alfred, Bruce, and Leslie Tompkins also attend, which turns out to be an elaborate ruse wherein Gallivan kills Jerome and is perceived to be a hero. He announces his candidacy for mayor. Several Gotham citizens see Jerome's action on television and begin having mental breakdowns. While even though I like this episode of Light, but that ending was so fucking forced. It was so fucking stupid. Everybody has a mental breakdown after seeing pre-Joker on television. Somehow they're all fucking laughing for no fucking apparent reason. Everybody's now having a mental breakdown for something.
I'm sorry.
Did they fucking put a spell on their television screens or something?
Like Hector Salamanca over here is like,
Yeah,
you shall
Hector
be a
Salamanca,
curse
that's
unto
great.
Gotham. You shall make kids wake up from their beds at night. And then it's all of a sudden, like everyone's reacting like they just saw the smile demon just be like, and then they just start like
that could have happened. I mean, when you look back on Tim Burton's Batman, when this news anchor woman was laughing out of nowhere, it made sense because of the products that Joker put in for those toxic poisoning. That made more sense. This one never gets any explanation. Somehow they're fucking like put us fucking hypnotized or some shit, brainwashing her in the fucking deep from what you said, smile.
The whole point is to inspire, which that does come back into play
which is
later.
stupid. It made no sense. Don't try to justify this
It comes back into play later. Something I can't reveal. It comes back.
And also, Joker just dies much sooner than we expected. It feels like they resolved this whole
proto Joker.
You will cut that
proto.
I think
You know what I mean? Proto Joker.
Yeah, the whole point of the whole thing with everybody laughing will come back later. I think this season.
I hope so. I hope they have an explanation because this one's like fucking out of nowhere.
I think it's later this season. I could be wrong. It could be. I know it's. I know you will find out though, because that they.
Then I can forgive it. But as of now, this like really.
You'll find out. Trust me, it comes back to play. But I will say this though. When I first saw that though, as a viewer, I'm like, that's so dumb. I'm like, I hope to God.
I know.
That's so.
This is someone who has not watched the later of these episodes, so I don't know what's going to happen.
Because they were just like laughing, especially little kids going.
A kid with a brace face, a kid with the fucking braces is like breaking down, laughing.
The only thing missing was an elaborate commercial with it ending going, "Love that Joker" or something like that.
That's accurate.
I will say Gordon trying to lead the GCPD in the death of the commissioner. I thought that was great. Like he literally was just like he was trying. Like you could see like he was making a good leader. Being a good leader. Like okay, they come in. And I thought that was really well done. And I do like Jerome killing his dad and framing it to look like he loved him. I thought that was great. Even though I love that. No, I like how Gordon's like we don't buy that shit for a minute. Like he's a blind guy, really. A blind guy was able to orchestrate all this, really.
Yeah, there's no way. No, there's no way he would orchestrate the whole thing.
Also,
only this Jerome was only orchestrating to make it look like it, which Bullock and Gordon never bought it for 1 second.
I thought it was great that Gordon catching Jerome in the act of killing his dad. That also, why would he kill his dad if his dad helped him? Which Harvey Bullock's like, well, he's crazy, and I thought that was great. That Gordon's like, I don't believe that. Also, Drum taking over as a magician. The scene that got me is that the whole entire the charity ball is when he goes duck, duck, goose, and then he turns and like he's pointing to Bruce Wayne. And I thought that was great. I thought that was like, oh shit, the shoe's about to drop now. And then like he get called, and then all of a sudden he sends him back, and then later he's like, where's Bruce Wayne again? And I love how he's like, well, we'll kill the butler then. And I thought that was like, oh shit, he's about to kill the Alfred.
Didn't he put that like revolver in Alfred's pocket? If I remember correctly,
no, he was going out, and Gordon grabbed him, and he goes, I have to go. He says, do not. That's what he wants. And then so finally
Yeah.
he stuck a gun in his jacket.
No, that's what I was asking. That's what happened. Like, did he actually put that gun in his pocket from?
He goes up to
Bruce?
Alfred.
When he goes up to Alfred and puts it into when he was giving him a
Like
little
this.
hug of goodbye thing. You know what I mean? When he was trying to save him.
Yeah. I will say this though.
There was a
One thing
handoff.
I
I was wondering, like, where the hell did he get that gun?
Oh, I remember. Ryan. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
your thing was glitchy. I couldn't see you. But I will say this though. One thing I did like about this was especially how like he's like playing these games and all of a sudden he just like, where's the deputy mayor? And the deputy mayor, by the way, I like the scene with Theo Galavant and the deputy mayor where he goes, "How I need something to know about your brother," and she goes, "He's a monster in the sack," and I'm just like, what the fuck? And then he's just like shaking his head, like, "Why would you tell?" Like, honestly, I thought that was so funny though, because she's like, like I'm like, all right, is she really? I was like, is there incest in the show now? I'm like, is she really fucking her brother? Like, is this like some?
I mean, you never know because they're both
They share the
dating
same woman. To be fair,
they're sharing the same woman, so I don't know if it's some incest or arrangement thing, swingers going on here. What
He's
the
like
fuck?
sister. I mean, I would not be surprised if like he does.
Unless Fox is really doing a soft version of Game of Thrones with incest elements in the show.
Well, I mean, he just told somebody he's a monster in the sack. How would she know that unless she actually was there in the sack with him?
It was 2015. Game of Thrones was just in its prime at this point, so it wouldn't surprise me.
I mean, she's just like, at least she didn't go like Game of Thrones where the Lannister goes, where she goes, "I love fucking my brother. I like feeling him inside of me." At least she didn't go that far with it.
Well, they're not going to talk that dirty into a TV-14 rating.
I guarantee you, they're probably
unless it's fucking TVMA or NC-17 rating.
There probably is scripts out there that they wrote where they're like heavily lean on the incest. Like, look, we understand you're trying to be popular like Game of Thrones, but people don't want to watch family fucking stories. Okay, I'm sorry. That's just like, that's fucked up. Okay,
No, nobody does.
Okay, like I said, honestly, and also you have this other angle with Theo Galavant that we're going to reveal that's not going to look good on that angle if you have the incest angle. So you might want to just like, just put it as a joke or something. Just don't, we don't want to keep going back to that well because that's a disgusting well that we don't want to go down. Which I will say this though, the scene though I loved was, Alfred and Gordon holding Jerome at gunpoint. And, Gordon's, I thought that was great how he holds like Bruce at knife point and everything. And he's like, "Bruce!" And he's like, and Alfred, especially when they hold a gun, Alfred, literally when Bruce ran away, he got knocked out. But whenever he pulled the gun out and like, he's like, "Bruce," and he shoots, like Alfred shoots 3 of the guys.
Yeah.
I thought that was so well. And then like all of a sudden, which I hate.
Then the Galavant just comes in and just knifes Jerome down his neck.
Yeah, he was like,
"This is not how I know. That's not how we rehearsed it." I was like, "Whoa!" And I was expecting Jerome to be in the season a little bit longer. I did not expect that he was going to go out so soon.
Yeah.
Especially, I like how he's like, he just stabs him in the throat, and then all of a sudden Barbara sees that and she goes, and then she runs
and also he gets the last smile,
and then I thought that was so great.
which it was kind of a giveaway from that title of the episode, "The Last Laugh," because that was pretty much a giveaway that he's probably going to bite it.
Also, Jerome, I thought this is some stupid stuff. I thought Jerome telling his blind father to look at these, like he goes, "Look at these," and then he just hits him on the head. Like, it's still not going to make him see. He's
like, how do you think? I think that was just part of the punchline.
Yeah, he's being ironic.
Yeah, that's what he was doing.
I thought this is funny, but I thought I put his.
I always keep forgetting that this is the same actor who was the blind father who was in Breaking Bad.
It's Hector Salamanca.
Hector Salamanca. I love that
needs
character.
a bell. Just needs a bell and like an oxygen tank going.
I love how he tells Hank, like go fuck yourself or something. I don't know. I can't remember precisely, but that was fucking great. The way they were trying to spell it out in alphabetical.
I will say Jim calling Jerome a son of a bitch and Jerome saying true, but that's beside the point. I thought that made me laugh. You son of a bitch.
I love the spirit of that so much.
Because he
Cameron
has
Monaghan
but also
is
we seen
so good.
Selena Kyle coming back and
yeah,
reuniting with
like
Bruce again.
I feel like she was just there for
It's
like.
like what is her like? It just looks like she doesn't even know what to do anymore, and even the
Penguin wasn't
writers,
even in the
and it
last
literally
one.
feels like the writers don't know what to do, and they don't do the best job of like hiding the fact that we don't even know what to do with the character.
I will
The
say this
actor
though.
who plays Selena is very good, but at this point, I'm just sitting like she's replaced Barbara as like the "what are we even doing here" character in this show, because at least
Now she's
Barbara's a
not.
part
Now
of
she's
the
not
main
part of
cast.
that. Is she even still with the Penguin?
No,
Am I
Who
missing
knows?
something?
She's not even with Penguin. Like when
She
we
just come. It
see,
feels like she's
like,
coming and going. Like what are we doing with this character anymore? Like
I will say,
ugh.
I will say this though. I didn't like. I thought like the whole thing when Theo Gallivant comes up, he goes, "Stop this madness," and he goes, "Who are you?" And he looks at the camera, and goes, "Theo Gallivant." And I'm just thinking like, why would you look at the camera to say that? Either they think you're trying to be some like pretentious,
Oh yeah, he did. He
asshole,
broke the fourth. He literally broke the fourth wall.
or you're involved. That's what I would think. Either he's involved or he's a pretentious asshole that wants recognition. That's what I think. Looking when he
Like,
looks
It
at
seems
the
to me
camera.
he's a pretentious asshole who wants recognition. It's pretty obvious
That's
because his family,
like
his legacy was tarnished, and he wants
he was
revenge.
like a couple seconds away from selling for Pizza Hut, like in Wayne's World, where it's like we would never sell out for anyone or anything.
Contractor, no, I would not bow to any sponsor.
So
And I bet that Jake would definitely give that Wayne's World smile, that iconic smile that Wayne's does, that like perfect. There you go. That's the one. And it's the choice. And it's the choice of the new generation.
yeah. But yeah, what which he goes, Garth, you would not. He says, I just don't like the funniest joke to me is that Wayne's World when he says the gun rack. He goes, "You got me a gun rack. I don't know
gun
anything,
rack? A
let
gun
alone
rack?
miniguns. Why would I need a gun rack?"
I don't even own a gun. Let alone miniguns can necessitate an entire rack.
I just like, that's so stupid, but it's so funny.
Here's the thing. I can literally recite that fucking movie so many times I watch it because it was so good. I love Wayne's World.
Watch party coming to the gym. But
Oh yeah, we have to do
one
that.
day we got. I will say if I go into ratings, what would you rate this? I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. I think it's just solid. It's still solid.
okay, Matt.
It's a little bit of a step down from the last one, but I still really liked how they resolved this whole Jerome storyline. So I'm going to give it an 8. I'll give it an 8.
I'm siding with Collins again. I'll give this a 9. This is
Fuck
another
you, Matt.
really quality one. It sucks that Cameron Monaghan's been written off the show already, but I hope they got something else cooking for that. But let's round
Well,
things.
to be fair, like he was still doing Shameless.
Which also, Cameron, they
Yeah,
said you
that's
don't want, like the writer said, this is a character where it's like Beetlejuice. If you have him on screen for for 20 minutes, he's great. But if you put if you make him the lead, he becomes annoying. So they said you don't want to have this character be the whole season because it becomes annoying.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But let's round things off and get into a new thing. This is season 2, episode 4, called Strike Force, because apparently the showrunners are fans of 80s WWF tag team Strike Force. Shout out to Tito Santana and Rick Martel. Matt, go ahead.
Well, this title Strike Force, I'm surprised they didn't call it Strike Force X. Oh no, wait, that would have been a little bit derivative to Task Force X. But anyway, going into this episode,
Gotham doesn't have straight lines. It's got twists and turns and dead ends.
I'm Nathaniel Barnes, your new boss. You're a troublemaker.
Yes, sir.
Good. You're my second in command.
Gentlemen, ladies, let us discuss the future. This city belongs to us now.
Time to take down the Penguin.
Gotham, followed by Minority Report. All new next Monday on.
it's directed by TJ Scott, and the episode aired on October 12th, 2015. Barnes, played by Michael Chiklis, a new captain of the GCPD, arrives to clean up the department and end corruption. With Gordon's assistant, they recruit several aspiring police trainees from the police academy to form an elite team to accomplish that goal. Galavan kidnaps Cobblepot's mother and blackmails Cobblepot into murdering all the other candidates so that Galavan can run for mayor unopposed. When Selena begins looking for Bruce at his prep school, she is ordered off by Alfred because she killed Reggie. Shortly after, Bruce meets with Galavan to thank him for saving his life during the charity event and meets Galavan's niece, Silver St. Cloud. Nigma and Miss Kringle have a romantic evening together. As Cobblepot begins to have Butch quietly search for his mother, Captain Barnes directs the strike force to target Cobblepot.
All right, so
I will say that
episode, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh yeah. I will say that Barnes with Michael Chiklis. I mean, I almost forgot that. I remember in the promos when it was on TV that he was actually going to be in the show, and I did not watch these episodes. But watching this, I was very impressed by Barnes' character because we first meet him that he's not fucking around. He's the new boss. He's incorruptible. He is literally the definition of a by the book guy.
Well, he throws a chair the second he walks in. And I'm like, you didn't have to. Just put a chair back.
He breaks it, and then he's like, somebody pick that up. I'm just like, okay, I think I like you already. And then
oh, God, it just reminds me of Lex Luthor from Superman. I feel like he took notes from that show. Pick it up.
He does this full-on, like, rock impression from Fast Five, where Fast Five is like, all right, we're after this group of highly skilled individuals. Put your underwear on. We find them. We bring them as a team, and we bring them back. And most important of all, we don't ever let them get into cars. And it just, he rounds up 12 cops and fires them all on the spot.
He had them on files. He knows how dirty these cops are so dirty. Right.
And then he goes, you have the right to remain silent. Anything, and he says, for now on, we will not allow corruption in the force.
I'm still surprised he hasn't arrested the rest of them that they have done a lot of dirty.
Yes, and Gordon said, you're going to have to arrest the whole unit because all of them have accused. And he goes, I know, but he says, these are the ones that are like the dirty ones. He said the other ones just accept, the other ones are not as bad. Like he went through the ones that are like, these are the ones that are average. Like bullets and average.
Barnes is the world's most dangerous thumb. But in all
he literally went out to get to the worst of the crooked cops.
But Michael Chiklis is great. Like just in this first episode, he's just so good. Like as soon as I saw him, I'm like, okay, I like you. It's like he's Luke Hobbs crossed with Arlie Ermey from Full Metal Jacket. Don't ask him his thoughts on Texas. You don't want to know.
Yeah. I will say also I do like that Penguin having a gang meeting and wanting answers. Who broke Jerome and the gang out? Like he goes, a blind man. You really expect me to believe a blind man broke him out of a Arkansas? A blind. That's the only way to say, oh, it's an 80-year-old blind man. I don't believe that for a second.
He said it in the same tone that Obadiah Stane was like, Tony Stark built that suit in a cave with
a box of scraps.
Penguin was like, I don't believe that shit for a second. He goes, by the way, but then he looks over and and then they're like, we thought you did. He's like, why would I break out these people? Why would that benefit me? And I do like that Tabitha is listening to all this. Like, so she's basically listening. And then all of a sudden she invites, and Theo Gallivant, wanting Penguin, invites him. And he wanted him to blow up buildings and kill all the mayoral candidates.
Yeah, he wants to use him to blow up and kill or target other candidates so that he will become the last candidate to become the mayor of Gotham. And I knew that there was something that Gallivant has a little tricks up his sleeve against Cobblepot. And the one thing he had, his mother.
And he goes, yo, pay for this.
Yo, pay for this. I was like, don't tone it down there, dude.
He always says that. That's like his catchphrase. Yo, pay.
You can take the Fish Mooney out of the show, but you can't take the show out of Fish Mooney.
There you go.
Which I will say, I did like though that the Penguin like him having to go. Mr. Butch is like, we've been doing crazy shit all day long. Like, and he's just like, because he goes out here and kills the candidate, and they're like, why is that? I have no clue. We've been doing crazy shit all day long. Like he goes. It's just like he even asked Oswald, you gotta inform, what the hell are we doing? Okay, we've been doing all these crazy stuff all day long. Makes no sense. It doesn't benefit us in any way, shape, or form. Why are we doing this? And then he's like, and then he tells him finally at the mom, and I thought that was like, he goes, they got my mom, and he goes, I'm gonna look for her, okay? We just got to keep, and I thought also I do like that, Like, because they know how to get to Penguin. He's like, okay, because Penguin's going to be their next patsy, okay? Like how the Maniacs was their patsy.
He's just going to be in somebody else's bitch. Like,
Yeah.
he's not really the true king of Gotham, and everybody thinks he is.
I will say Alfred giving Bruce street clothes and telling him to run away manner.
I find it very funny when Selina was sneaking in, like fucking stalking Bruce, and then comes across with Alfred and just bitch slapped her right across the face. I was like, damn!
I hated that. I'm like, Alfred, you're a fucking dick for that, okay?
I was like, wow, Alfred, that was a little too far.
Like,
I get that you're pissed that she killed your best friend, who's not a good person, but really? That was a little too far. That was a little like, dude, you assaulted a minor and a girl.
I mean, and also I'm like, look, you can't. And then when she slapped him, I'm like, now I felt sorry for Selena. I'm like, Alfred, you're a fucking dick for that. Honestly, I think this one fired you. Fuck you, Alfred. I kind of turned on Alfred by that. I was like, fuck you, bro, Alfred. You should.
Yeah, I was one of those things like, dude, you assaulted a girl, a child.
I mean, I don't care if she is an asshole, but still, like you can't just hit a child out there. That was a little uncalled for. Yeah. I do like that Bruce wanting Barnes wanting a strike force, and they go around recruiting candidates like that are like he said before someone gets their some cop they get corrupted. He wants to get them fresh and clean where they're good cops, and so I like that he did that. I thought that was also really cool that they have a strike force.
It's cool, no, but I don't know if that would actually be a real thing and actually come someone out of who are still in the academy and still learning how to become cops.
Well, he said He said they're graduating next week when they graduate.
Oh yeah, so they're getting close to graduation, and he wants to find someone who are not truly broken spirit and corrupted.
And also, I like that I also like that Theo and Bruce meeting. And then we get the introduction of a famous Batman. Well, this is actually not a huge famous Batman character, but this is I would say this is a mid-tier character called Silver St. Cloud. And so I hate
I don't even know who that was.
Yeah, she is in the comics. She's kind of a love interest to Batman.
So that's like Batman's rogues gallery, St. Cloud, or whatever that name is.
It's kind
of a stupid name.
I would say she's kind of like if Catwoman was around, she'd be the next Catwoman kind of. But she's not a Jill thief burglar. She's more of like. It's hard to explain who she is.
Who is this? Who is this girl? I mean, that was supposed to be Gallivan's niece, and what's her angle on this? I know that she's going to try to get close to Bruce.
I mean, she literally.
I have a literally feeling there's going to be a fucking love triangle going on between Selina and then Silver. I have a feeling that's going to happen. There's going to be jealousy. She's going to come across, and there's going to be jealousy going on.
Like Vicky Vale, but she's like a party. Like she's just like a character that has.
She came across a little bit of the Vicky Vale vibe there.
Like she's kind of like a Vicky Vale type character.
Yeah,
but like she's basically just like a socialite person who's rich and everything, and she's basically she's basically like the Dr. Chase Meridian type character from like.
Yeah.
So she actually has more to do in this show than she does in the comics.
Mm-hmm.
I love the fight between Strikeforce and Victor Zsasz. Victor Zsasz either looks like
okay. Sorry if I'm cutting you off, but I wanted to jump in from what you're about to discuss. Yeah, it looks cool, but apparently they're not good fucking shots. They're doing a stormtroopers. They're literally 2 feet away from one guy. You're literally outnumbered. And he's literally just right in front of you, and suddenly Gordon was literally close, and he couldn't even get a shot at him. Is he fucking Neo from the Matrix? Going, Trinity, what the hell is that? Like, are they become fucking stormtroopers in this episode?
I'm like, it's not like Victor Zsasz is hard to spot. He looks like Austin Butler from Dune 2. All you need is for him to go. All you need for him to go. May thy knife chip and shatter, and it's like, there you go. Like he's got
my knife chip and shatter. I'm glad I didn't drown you in it.
I also like though that the Penguin's getting all of his men to kill the mayoral candidates. Like, the only thing I hated was the Theo Gallivant one where they're like driving by and do a drive-by. And I'm like, you have not run for mayor yet. You were just doing a press conference.
Dude, no one even panicked. They just ducked and covered, and they just pick up where they left off in the press conference. No, they be fucking running for their lives. You just start drive-by shooting. How does that? What's wrong with this picture here? It's like the Joker. Heath Ledger's Joker said, like, nobody panics because it's all part of the plan.
Yeah, wouldn't they do a turn?
There's more of a sense of urgency in the Green Hornet movie when Britt Reed gets shot. by
Yeah.
Kato at that press conference at the end of that movie.
I was gonna think.
Yeah, they just no. All they did was dunk a cover, and they pick up where they left off in the
Penguin
press
sent
conference.
us
Like
a
nobody just ran. Nobody ran in terror, because that would not fucking happen. They would some guard would fucking grab the person and go to get them to safety, while everyone else will run in terror. That's what would have happened in real life. They will not just simply say, "Oh, yep, like this is a Tuesday, so who cares."
Like you can just imagine being like, my fellow Gothamites, we have a very serious situation in our city. As I was saying, like that was
And he was like,
galvanizing.
"Hey, anyway."
Also, I do like one thing though. Gordon confronting Penguin about, and he goes, and he says, like he instead of telling him the truth, he just like plays mind game. Like it's like almost like in Smallville. Instead of just being honest, they're like, playing like, I'm gonna not tell you the truth because I'm gonna let it linger until the truth eventually is revealed. It makes me incriminating. You know,
No, because he's not going to tell him the truth. Because then, if they do, they'll kill. Like Gallivan and his goons will kill his
And he
mom,
goes,
and he's
"Are
going
you
to use
worried
that
that
tactic
you'll
on
do a
Bruce." Because
favor?
no, Gordon. I mean Gordon. Because if he does that, then he will spill the beans on that new boss they have because of what Gordon had done a lot of
Are
dirty.
you worried that you had to kill a man? He goes, I was. He tried to kill me. It was not. He goes, but who was the witness? Where were the witnesses? Huh? Was there any cameras? No.
Cool. Now he's got some dirt on him.
Also,
I'm going to put some dirt in your eye.
Also, wouldn't it make sense if he was running for mayor and then this happened rather than him just getting shot at and nothing happened? I'm just saying, like, he was just a regular guy, civilian, that got shot, and then he goes, you know what? I'm going to run for mayor now because of this drive. I'm just like,
I was like, what?
How convenient. Like, all you need is Dr. Umar Johnson to pop in and be like, don't you find that suspicious? Like, that's
Or
all
the
you need.
someone asked him the
quote.
question too. Somebody asked him the question, are you going to run for mayor? And all of a sudden the cop drive by and he goes, as I was saying, he goes like, you know what? I am gonna run for mayor.
Or you know the routine. To quote from Pitch Meeting, actually it's going to be super easily, barely inconvenience.
I was like, that was so dumb. I would have done that timing. It was so dumb.
That was the shittiest timing I've ever seen. When ordinary citizens of Gotham, who is now going to run for mayor after the drive-by shooting. So now, Gotham citizens, I'm going to run for mayor.
It feels like something you would see in Naked Gun.
Yeah, that would be at least that would be more believable because it's a spoof movie.
Also, wouldn't a phone call to Bruce telling him you're not coming home and you should run home instead, and I'm sending some clothes up there instead of him wasting gas, driving all the way to the school, and then handing him clothes and then driving all the way back. At that point, you're just an idiot for wasting
Wouldn't
gas.
he be sweating his ass off after running all the way and then meeting with Gallivan, and didn't he not take a shower?
Hey, Theo.
It's like, hey, Gallivan, nice to meet you. I'm Bruce.
I said, I'm sorry.
I can speak from experience that when I'm done running, I'm toast. Like, I need to shower. I need to eat, I need to do, like, well, yes, that too. But the point is like, what was the turnaround time? Like half an hour? I'm just sort of like, Bruce would be spent if he went straight to that dinner after 6 entire miles. Like, what are we doing? That's a 10K.
Yeah, you would be fucking down. You'd be dying. You'd be passing the fuck out after running.
Maybe
so
throwing
long.
up like, we'll do this another time, Bruce. We'll do this another time.
What a time, Master Bruce.
We'll do this another time. Also, I hate the whole Edward split personality where he's like, you got.
Oh god, that's another shitty fucking storyline. Oh my god, this Chris Kringle storyline is a fucking dragging. His alter ego split personality. Why are we watching this? This is stupid.
I just
You
like.
know
I
what
feel
it's
like
like,
that was
Matt? You know what it's like, Green Goblin. You know?
Yeah, he's literally the Green.
Oh, you see the question mark, and he's just talking to a question.
Not hot, Osborn. First, we attack his heart.
His heart.
But yeah, I hated that so much. I thought that was dumb. I felt like it was just they needed something for Ed to do, so they just had him a love story.
I know, like, why are they constantly shoehorning with Edward Nygma? It just it's nothing. It adds to nothing.
But yeah, that's other than that. Yeah, I hated that. But everything else about this was pretty decent.
But at least he got to make the move on Miss Kringle, and now she's into him.
Took him long enough.
Yep.
But anyway, let's go to scores. Collins 1 to 10.
I'm gonna give this a 7 out of 10.
Okay, Matt.
6. Give it a 6.
Well, I can't believe it. I'm siding with Collins 3 in a row. I'm going 7 as well. I like some stuff here. There's some annoying stuff here. It's good. I'm interested to see where they go with this mayoral thing. I'm interested to see what's going to happen to Theo because I think he's legit interesting. Is like I'm just so curious to see how this is going to blow up in his face. But I pass it off to all of you. What did you think of these episodes? Let us know in the comments. We would love to read what you have to say. And it's a privilege to do this show with these guys every week. Collins, tell the people where they can find you.
They can find me at 3dmoviecinema.com, where I just dropped by the time this airs, my review for a movie that I will not say the name of the movie because I don't know myself because it's so early in the week. Review drops, and so then by that time that review will have dropped, and then that review will have reviewed at that time.
You don't know yourself.
I don't know. I don't actually.
I'll be like the Oracle. I'll be like the Oracle from the Matrix. Turn around. It is Latin. Know myself.
Okay, but yeah, also Peacemaker. Road to Peacemaker season 2, where we're on tomorrow night. By the time this airs, we'll have already done the episode 3 watch party, where we will be joined by ourselves because we don't need another person to join us this week. We got ourselves, bro. I got the homies, So yeah, but yeah, check this out. Yeah, small talk every Wednesday. So yeah, check that out.
It's Talking Gotham. You did it again. I mean, Matt, we might as well make a drinking game of this at this point.
We might as well. He always brings up small talk. Hey, we do small talk. I'm excited to do small talk every Tuesday.
When we do the best stuff, there's gonna be just me saying small talk. It's not small talk.
And then we just take a drink and get plastered.
But yeah,
Matt Wyatt, what about you?
You can find my YouTube channel at MattWyan92. By the time this airs, you would already seen my trailer reaction to the new film 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple, and check out my review for the Netflix animated film called K-Pop: The Demon Hunters. And probably sometime this week, by the time we were recording this, I'm trying to think about what movies I go see. I'm thinking about seeing Caught Stealing in the Roses. So if I see either of those movies, you're already seen one of my reviews on my channel, so definitely keep an eye open for that. But anyway, I'm excited to get in to continue on the season 2 of Peacemaker with these homies.
All right. All their links will be down below. I will be joining these guys for Peacemaker season 2, episode 3. That'll have already happened by the time this drops. I just want to say thank you to everyone who checked out the Conjuring and Naked Gun reviews here on the channel. I didn't expect those to do well, but they did great. So
Conjuring 3 sucks.
So yes, it does a little, but I digress.
You said Conjuring 2?
Conjuring 3.
Oh, I thought you said 2. I was like, I have not seen the rest of the Conjuring. I've only seen the first one.
I have
the Devil Made It. Not called The Devil Made It.
I mean, I was thinking about binging it, and I was like, you know what? I feel like the first movie, I'm totally good. Do I need to watch the rest of those movies?
At least watch 2. At least watch 2.
Don't watch 3.
Yeah, I'll watch.
The ones that are directed by James Wan are pure gold. The ones that are not are shit. And guess what? Apparently, the critics finally caught on because apparently,
honestly, like, dude, like a lot of every movie they keep saying based on true story. Is it really, or is it just like you have to say it?
I'm questioning it.
Do I really believe that this is a true story? Because right now I'm not seeing any good.
I'm like, all right, what the?
This is literally the sequels of those Conjuring. Like after 2 was literally a cash grab.
Like Conjuring 2 was very.
I'm in the midst of my plugs here, guys. Come on. But thank you so much for checking out those reviews. I have another little mini series planned for September. Nothing too crazy, but it's a spotlight on a director I really, really like. And then it's Scary Mania 6 all through October. These guys are a part of it. I have a ton of guests. It's going to be a great time, but that'll be down the road. But for now, for Collins, for Matt Wyatt, my name is Ryan Cam. Stay off the streets of Gotham. They are not safe. You have a nice day.
Don't get mugged and have your son become the vigilante.